Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am going to be doing my entire makeup collection inventory. I guess I'm going to go through everything. I put a poll up on my community posts and over half of you wanted it all in one video, so this is going to be a long ass video. I'm going to put chapters down below so you can skip to your favourite collections and we will see what comes of this. It's going to take a long time. I currently, at this moment, don't know how long it's going to take me to film. If it takes too long, I may have to split it and film this on 2 separate days, but we will see how this goes. Anyway, we're going to start. We're going to get into the nitty gritty, and in the meantime, I'm also going to reorganise my drawers and put everything back in the drawers. Top drawer is just nail polishes. If you want me to do perfumes and nail polishes, like my entire collection of those things, let me know and I'll do them in separate videos. This is just entirely for face makeup that we're doing today. Also, similarly, if you want me to do like a skincare, body care, hair care video and everything I own of that, also let me know in the comments below if you would like those as well. This is just simply makeup face wise. So if you know me, you'll know that I record and keep everything I own on a spreadsheet and I keep them in date order, so they go from oldest to newest, so I can tell you when I bought everything that I own in my makeup collection, apart from one category, which is my primers. I'm just trying to reorganize myself. Like literally, this is chaotic, guys. This is a lot. So overwhelming. But without further ado, let's get into this. I'm gonna try and make sure everything is in the correct category. Some sort of something that will slip through the cracks. But I will definitely show you with everything I've got, and if I find something that I forgot to include in the category, I'll bring it up anyway later on in the video. So first things first, let's go through the category that I don't actually currently own on... Is there 2 categories? I think there's 2. I think there's 2, mascaras and primers. I don't think I own those 2 on my makeup spreadsheet. So we're going to go through both of those first and foremost. I actually don't own very many primers, I must admit. As far as I know, I might be surprised when I go through this collection. But let's go through primers first. So we have, firstly, this one. This is the one that I'm currently working on and using. I kind of don't really dip between different and multiple primers at once. I just go through one and then use it until it's done. This is my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Then we have this one, which is going to replace that one once that one's done. I bought this just in case that one finished, and I kind of always overestimate or underestimate how long it's going to take me to finish an item, and I buy something super advanced as soon as it's like halfway finished. So this is the one I bought to replace that one. It is my Elf Skin Thirst Burst Drops. I found it really hard to say. I think this is meant to be a primer, but now I'm not actually too sure. Oh, it is. There are 3 ways to do it. There's a serum, a makeup primer, or mixed with your favourite foundation. So yeah, anyway, that's what I'm currently planning to use as my foundation. Foundation primer. And then we have this one. This is my Fenty Beauty one. It's got a different lid on, but this is my Soft Matte Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. And then we go into eye primers. We have my NYX eye primer. I don't think it's got an actual name to it, but there we go. That is what we're currently working with. I haven't got, as far as I can tell, I might be incorrect, but I don't think I've got another eye primer anywhere else, so I'm just working on this one until this one is finished. And then let's go through my mascaras. We have multiple mascaras. Some of them are brand new, some of them are not brand new. So this is the one that I'm currently working on. It is my Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions mascara. It's probably actually getting close to the end of its life. This is in the shade Unlocked Ultra Glass or something like that. Ultra Black. In Ultra Black. That is what it's called. That's my current one that I have been using recently. And then we have these other ones. Oh, this is not okay. So this part of this is me trying to reorganize everything as well, because I'm finding things that are in the wrong category. So we have, I don't know what order I bought these in. Actually, to be honest, I know that, why have I bought 2 of these? I know that these are relatively new, the things you find out. So we have a Mascaras Conditioning Lash Primer. We have a tinted primer from Benefit called They're Real. We have a MAC Prep and Prime primer. Actually, is there anything in here? There is something in here. Why is it in the box? I guess it's in the box, it's brand new, but I just know it's just never going to be used. Actually, is this an eye primer? Ah, it's an eye primer. Okay. So I do have a spare eye primer. We have also a They're Real black mascara. So we have the primer and then we have the mascara. Okay. We have this. This is my Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Troop Brown mascara. I've never used it, to be honest. It's brand new, and I got it because I thought I'd try a brown mascara, but I then kind of forgot it. I bought it. So then we have, okay, also this one. This is my Maybelline New York Sills Sensational. Why does it say Sills Sensational? Oh, lash. Oh, is it in French as well? This is in the shade Black, I believe. It's hiding it behind it. Very black slash noir. Then we have my Lash Sensational, again in Full Effect. I guess, is this the old packaging? Is it now? Is this now what these are? Or is it just the same line? I don't know. Anyway, regardless, we also have this, which is a glitter glue, which is a glitter shadow primer, which I probably haven't used in a while, to be honest. Those are all my mascaras, as far as I know. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna put this one back in the drawer. This one goes up here. I'm gonna try and reorganize my drawers a little bit to make them make more sense to me. Let's go to my powder foundations. I guess that's a category of its own. I only have 2 of them. First one is my Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. I've owned this since 2016, and I think we're getting there. I think we're getting close to the finishing of this, excitingly enough. And then we have my second one, which I bought in 2024. Basically, I didn't want to go traveling with this one, so I bought this one because this one is a like a pressed powder, is that what they call it? This is Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade Bare from Charlotte Tilbury. And yes, so I only have 2 of those in my entire collection. Let's go on to foundations. There's some of these that aren't actually on my spreadsheet because I don't use them, as an FYI. So let's go through those first. I'm just trying to find where everything is, because they're all kind of scattered everywhere. You know, I just like throw them on the floor and then So firstly, let's go through. So I have these. These are some BB creams. We've got the Body Shop BB cream all-in-one color adapting tinted cream. Obviously I'm pale AF and don't really use this one, so it's just sitting here unused. Then we have my Skin Perfecting Super Makeup by Rimmel London. Again, I think this one also is a bit too dark for me, even though it's light. I think it's still too dark for me. I always forget to use these in the summer when I've had a little bit of sun. Like, it's rare when I do get a little bit tanned, but maybe I should try and remember to use those in the summer. I just forget all the time. And then another one that I have not really used, and it's so freaking old. It's kind of embarrassing. So I don't know why I've kept this, to be honest. This is my Maybelline Pure Liquid Mineral Healthy Vitalizing Foundation in the shade Ivory. This is too dark for me. You can tell. You can literally see it's too dark for me. But it was the first foundation I bought. And it's barely been used. But I mean, it's the same line. I don't know if this line exists anymore. But I had one that was a different shade than this, that was lighter and did work for me. But I've had this for such a long time, it's embarrassing. Really, really embarrassing. So let's go to my current foundations. So firstly, we have my two foundations from Filter Beauty from Fenty Beauty. This is in 100 and in 110. These both are terrible. I'm using this one currently in my Project 50, and as soon as this one's finished, I'm basically bringing this one in to replace it, to try and finish both of these. I hate using both of these, but it is what it is. They're so drying, not my favourite. I wouldn't recommend them, at least on my skin. Then we have my NYX Professional Makeup Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. We have my Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. This is actually one of my favourites I'm currently working on. Well, not working on, but this is one of my favourites just in general. It did do an explosion quite recently though, and so it is very, very messy. It, like, I don't know what happened, but it kind of just exploded everywhere, so not very great. I was basically hoping that this was going to be a good one to take travelling, but after the explosion that happened in my drawer, maybe not. Then we have my Bobbi Brown. This is my only like creamy foundation stick. It is pretty much done though. I don't quite know why I still got it, but there's still some product in here. I'm trying to use as much of it as possible. Then we have my Charlotte Tilbury. Where is that? Oh, it's here. Right here. We've got my Charlotte Tilbury here. This is in the shade called Zero Fair. This is also a favourite. These two are my faves that I currently own. And then we have my Il Maquillage. I did fall for it on my Instagram stories and buy this. It is a good match, to be honest. It's in Woke Up Like This, in 010. And then finally, because I do love my Rimmel foundations, and this is one of my OG absolute fave foundations, I forgot I even owned this and forgot that it's not even open. This is in the shade, it should be Light Porcelain, and it is Light Porcelain, yes. So, love. Those are all of my foundations currently. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 foundations currently. But I only kind of use, what, 7 of them. I do ideally want to get my collection down to 5. So that's what I'm currently working more towards doing. Also, as a side note, I do own one of these as well. It is like a mixer for when I have a foundation that is too dark for me, and I did use it a lot last year in one of my collections, one of my projects even. Alright, next up, let's do my bronzers. I'm doing this all in the order that they are in my spreadsheet, so they may not work correlatively to how I put my makeup on, as like concealers are very far down in the list. Anyway, let's do bronzers and go through this whole list. Firstly, we have Bourjois. This is my oldest bronzer in my collection. I got this pre-2007. Early, way before 2007. One of my favourites actually, and it's still going strong. Still smells like it's got the chocolatey feeling to it, and it's fine. And it's nearly 20 years old. And still okay. I always have said that I'll keep all my makeup and I'll do it all unless it reacts badly, if it has gone mouldy, if it gives me like irritation. None of my makeup have done that so far, so I've kept it all until that happens. Hi Millie. Okay. Then we have Benefit. This is my Hoola Benefit. This is from 2011. Then we have my Body Shop brush on blondes. This is very unique in that it is like little balls, and I'm always terrified of dropping these. This is also from 2011. Then we have my Jelly Pong Pong. This is actually a duo of a blush, but as it's in my bronzers selection, it comes up twice in my spreadsheet, as one for bronzer, one for blush, but as bronzer came first, we're including it in the bronzer list. Anyway, this is in Martinique shade. I got that in 2015. Then we have my Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer. This is in my Pan and Everything currently. This is, or was in 2015. 2015 was a very strong year for me, by the way. Then we have my Be Pure bronzer and highlighter. I've never actually used that. Well, you can see I have tried using the highlighter, but I haven't really used it. This is in the Be Sculpted Contour Kit, whatever that means. Then we have Guerlain. This is in the shade Natural Blondes. We have Clinique. This is in the shade Sunkissed. Then this is a contour kit I own from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the contour cream kit. This was everywhere, I feel like, online for a while. Yeah, own this one. We have Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess, one of my faves as well. Beached Bronzer by Urban Decay. It's got a pan in it now. Very fun stuff. This is in the shade called Sunkissed. We have my Benefit Cheek Parade. This is also, you know, a blush and bronzer combo, but as it is in my bronzers list, we're including it in this selection. Looks like this. This is in my one of my projects. I've forgotten which one. Is it in one of my projects? Actually, I think it might have just been rolled out. Anyway, it's here and there. You've seen it a little bit. We have my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, which looks like this. We have Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade called Amber. My NARS Laguna, you know this one well, it's in my Project 50. We have, what else do we have? We have a couple of Monica Dar ones. So we have this is a bronzer and highlighter from Monica Dar. Doesn't tell me it's in any kind of shade. Also, this is technically a bronzer as well from Monica Dar in the shade called Fantasy. However, I use this more as an eyeshadow as it's a little bit too shimmery for my cheeks. And then finally we have this. We have my Belgian Waffle bronzer and highlighter palette. I forgot to continue saying what dates I released things in. This is my last in my bronzer collection, and this was bought in 2021. Those are my current bronzers, and I use all of them. There are a few I'm going to do at the very end of this video, like a bonus category that is like duplicates, because I own more than one thing, and I've got a little box that I have things in there of. So next up we have got blushes. Let's get into it. So firstly we have got my Maybelline Pure Blush Mineral Powder Blush. This is from 2004. 22 years ago. 22 years ago. This is when I first started wearing makeup. This is the first blush I ever owned. And yes, it still works fine. And there's still a lot left in here. I have had no reaction to it, so I'm still wearing it, still using it. Then we have my Topshop blush in the shade Flush. This is a cream one. This was in 2011, so I did have a gap between the first and the second. Okay, then the next one we had was a Jelly Pong Pong blush bronzer, which was in my bronzer selection, so I'm not going to repeat by showing that one again. We have Nika K. This is a powdered blush. Oh, did not mean to open that like that. I was meant to open this. That was terrifying. I just got dust everywhere. I don't know if that even showed on camera or not, but oh my goodness, that blush is literally... Oh, it's all on my trousers. I don't know if you can see that or not, but goodness, that was a fright. Yes, this I got in 2015. We have my Lord and Lotus. So this is in a matte packaging, but it is a Lord and Berry blush in the shade Lotus. We have my Meet Makeup Artist Colour Powder Blush in 108. We have Orgasm Blush, which was in 2015. We have NARS the Multiple, which is like a brand new one actually, because I had a duplicate of this one, which was got at the same time. This is also from 2015. We have NYX Pastel Chic. We have Stila and the shade Petunia, which looks like this. Frat Boy by The Balm. This little single, little mini. We have Daniel Sandler in the shade Passion. This is my only liquid blush I own. This was sold in 2016 and it's still working fine. We have Sleek Blush. This is in the shade Life's a Peach. This is one of my favourites. If I can open it, it is in this orange shade. Love, love, love. We also have a Sleek Blush in the shade called French Rose. This one is more of a creamier format. We have Colourpop. This is in the shade Trickery. It's in the Super Shock Cheek format. My NYX Baked one in the shade Ignite or Passion, depending on what language you want to speak in. We have my beloved Makeup Revolution palette. This is the one that's in my Project 50. Yep, this one is still going strong. Alright, camera died and my spare battery is not up to charge, so I'm going to continue doing this on my phone, so it may look a little bit more zoomed out, I think. Anyway, let's continue on where we're at. Yes, so we have my Makeup Revolution one, which is one in my Project 50, my beloved one. Love this one to death. The next one on the list is my Benefit Cheap Parade, which I put in bronzers, so I'm not going to continue that one. I include that one again. We have my NYX soft blush, like ombre blush. So it's got 2 shades in it. We have my little Benefit Cha-Cha Tint Mini. We have a, where is it? That's not a blush. We have my little Lord & Berry blush, crayon blush in Camellia, which looks like this. And then we have 2 Glossier liquid, oh, these are also liquid, I guess. Cream blushes, I don't know. These are in the shade Dusk and, what shades are they in? Dusk and Beam. And then finally, we have, to end the blushes category, we have this, which is my NARS palette in Overlust. Like that. And those are all my blushes I own. So I own a lot of blushes. I think I own a lot more blushes than I do bronzers. That's for sure. Next category is my highlighters. Let's get into it. So, firstly, I don't actually know the dates of when I received these items. This is the one category that when I first set up my spreadsheet, I didn't add. So I don't have the dates. First ever highlighter I got, if I can find it, aha, found it, was this one. It was a Becca highlighter in the shade Pearl. It's a shimmering skin perfector poured brand, and it was my favourite, and it looked like this. We have my MUA highlighter. This is in the Undress Your Skin in Iridescent Gold. This was in a project a few years ago, I think. I can't remember which one, to be honest, but then the next item I got was my Sleek one. This is my highlighting palette in Precious Metals, I should say. It looks like this. That is where this comes from. We have a little Model Co trio. This is in Champagne, Beach Bellini and Bronze. 2 Jenny Pong Pong products. I don't know how well this one is looking because you can kind of see it is like half. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's kind of been on its side for such a long time. You can kind of see it there where it's not looking its best. So we have, what is this one? This is a Glow Getter Luminizer Gel. And we have Jelly Pong Pong all over, oh, this is also the same, all over Glow Luminizer Gel. So I guess they're the same, just in different packaging. Colourpop, this is in my Project 50 currently. You guys may recognise this a lot. It is Monster. It is a Super Shock Cheek highlighter. Also, you recognise this. This is my absolutely fave. Actually, no, the Becca one is my fave, but it's my fave highlighting palette, I'd say. This is my Solstice palette from Sleek. I just love these colours, and I think these colours just suit me a lot more than most highlighters. Highlighters are quite tricky with my pale skin to get right. Then we have my MAC one, which is in the Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. I love this one. It is a baked product, so it does take a long time to work on and looks like it's still brand new when it's really not. Well, not new at all. Okay, then we have this one. So this is the one where I now know from going forward from this the ages of things because I got them post to me adding them to the spreadsheet. So this is my Fenty Beauty Metal Moon in Kilowatt. Looks like this. and we got this in 2017. We also got this at the same time, which is also Fenty Beauty, which is a matchsticks, and it was also a highlighter. This is in the shade called Starstruck. I nearly said then. Then we got a couple of these little samples. So we have a Bronze and Glow Liquid Miniature Rouge Bunny Rouge. I don't know. I can't remember where I got this from, but I got that. And we also have a Cynthia Rowley Brightening Illuminator, little mini as well. And then, of course, there's some highlighters that I already included in my bronzers and blushes categories, like the Belgian Waffle palette. Yeah. The final one we have is another Becca one. This is one that I absolutely hate, but it's Prismatic Amethyst. I mean, I love it, but I hate to use it. It is a shimmering skin perfector in the pressed format instead of the poured format. So when Becca stopped being in business, I wanted to buy another Becca highlighter because I loved my original Becca one, which is the first one I showed you in this category. I bought one that was pressed, and it arrived broken, and I've never fixed it. And that is what's in here. This is shattered. In here, I hate using it, but it is what it is. And that is my highlighter collection. There's not very many of them. I'm pretty happy about that. Like, I don't really reach for my highlighters very often. Like, a lot of my categories I do pick from every single time, and the only highlighters I reach from currently are highlighters that are in my like different makeup projects. These are unused. These are just not touched unless they are brought in. So there we go. Is my highlighting section. So I just wanted to say I've gone through 3-4 categories. It still looks like I have not got anywhere. So should I do my eyeshadows next? Although my eyeshadows and my lip products are the next in line in my spreadsheet, I am going to do those two categories last because I know there's so much of them. So I'm going to move past that and I'm going to do the other categories first. Okay, these are a category in their own. They are the setting sprays. These are all I've got. Actually, that's a lie. We have setting sprays, which to be honest, I don't really use. But they're in the same pot as my eyeliners and my concealers, so I'm including them in here. Whoop. We have these 4 are all MAC Prep and Prime setting sprays. I probably should use these. I just always forget to use them. And then we have this one, which is not necessarily a setting spray, but I do use it as a setting spray. It is a facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I do like it though. Fun fact, I don't actually know if this is what you're meant to do, but I do use this when I repress my eyeshadows. So I don't actually technically use this as a setting spray. I use this as a mixer to reset when I do my powders like that. So there we go. Fun. Little tidbit of information there. Let's get on to brow products next. This is a short and sweet category. There's only 4 items in here, to be honest with you. I do tend to just stick to one item and then go on to the next. So firstly, we have this, which is my B-brow bar. It's like got a double B at the start, but this is what's in, you can actually see it here, the B-brow bar. This is in my Project 50. It's so close to finishing though, look at that, it's a little baby. This is in the shade Cinnamon Spice. I actually don't know how old this is even, but there we go. We also have in here a Meech and Mia brow line in that number, what was that, 021? Sorry, it's mirrored on the screen. This is another eyeliner, like pencil, I would say we've got. Then we have this. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills soft brown brow powder. Ooh. Looks like this. I actually have not used it much. You can actually see I've barely used it at all, to be honest. Oh, I was like, what is that? That's a brush. I forgot about. Okay. And then finally we have this, which is still in its packaging. This is the brow flick from Glossier, which looks like this. I probably should start using this because it might dry out. And something I need to actually start doing is checking all of my liquid items and checking that they still work. Because I did try rolling in an eyeliner quite recently into a project and it was dry. So that is something on my to-do list for sure at some point in the future. Okay, let's get on to one of my least favourite collections. And it is relatively big because back in the day I was a huge eyeliner fan. I loved wearing eyeliners. And I thought I'd wear them a lot more as I was growing up, and then I got into not wearing them, and now they make my eyes look so small when I wear them. They are a rare treat. So I have all of these. Let's go through them and tell you what I own and what I don't like. This, I have no idea where it's from, what it's from, but it is a black eyeliner. Has no branding on it, so not too sure, but it's got like one of those little smudger things at the end. No idea. We have an Ico Fat liquid eyeliner. This is one of the ones I need to check that actually works. We have a Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid eyeliner. We have a Kajal pen by Pop Beauty, which has never been used because it's still in its packaging. You can't open it. Like, it's got the wrapping still all around it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's still got the plastic wrapping like all around it. We have a Me eyeliner in the shade Clay. Oh, this is also never been used. It says it's in the shade Clay, but it looks like it's brown. Okay. We have a Marcel waterproof eyeliner in the shade Deep Charcoal. I've used this, I think. Oh, actually no. Again, another one I don't think I've really used. This is also from Me. Oh, is this the same? This is the exact same one than this one. These are the same. Same brand. Same eyeliner and same colour. Yeah, exactly the same. Actually, the printing looks a little bit different. They do look like they're different colours, but it does say they're both in the shade Clay. So, do with that as you will. It says Clay. Where does it say? Yeah, there we go. It says Clay on both of them. So, there we go. We have a NARS eyeliner. There we go. We have a Infallible Stylo eyeliner 24 from L'Oreal. This is also still in its packaging, like there is plastic down to here stopping you from opening it. Still never been used. This is what, to be honest with you, this L'Oreal Infallible Stylo eyeliner, this was my favourite. This was my go-to, like, since I was a teenager up until my early 20s. I was always wearing this one. Like my early YouTube videos, you'll see me just wearing eyeliner probably. I was wearing this one. Then we have another liquid eyeliner from NYX. This is my NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Eyeliner in black. We have another liquid one from Il Makiage. This is in the shade black. We have a NYX one, an eye and eyeshadow pencil in the shade Black. Again, never used. And finally in this set, not finally actually, it's still two more, we have a green one, because I thought I'd go rogue and buy a green one and see how that turned out with me, and I've not used it once. This is from Rimmel. It's the Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in the shade Emerald Sparkle. Never used it. And then we have two of my gel liners, I guess. These are in projects currently. So this is my Beauty Bakery eyeliner. Yeah, this is eyeliner in Black Milk. This is in my Project 50. And it looks like it's not really been used, but it has been used a little bit. And then the other one is my Be Pure one, which is in my Deca Panning that I just started this year. So this is in there too. So yeah, this is a category that I want to work on a bit more this year and like work on. And yeah, I definitely need to check and try out these and see if the liquid ones still work or not. Because that's not great if they don't work anymore. I have had that in the past where they have dried up. Now, I don't actually know if this is a concealer or not, but I'm including it in here because it kind of does the same sort of thing. It's just a little bit different. But this is my colour corrector. It's the only one I own. It's a cream colour corrector, and I barely used it because I don't really know how it works. Also, I feel like I haven't really had the need to use it. This is from Sleek, and it's just the colour corrector from Sleek. So this is my selection of concealers. Let's get into them. So firstly, we have my Puff Off by Benefit. This is a little mini, quite clearly, not used. We also have this. This is the Professional License to Blot by Benefit. I think this has also never been used. This is also embarrassingly old. This was the first ever concealer I ever bought. This is also most likely around the early noughties. So probably, I don't have it anymore, I put it away already. The blush. Around the time I got that Bourjois bronzer, the Rimmel blush, and this would probably been around the same time. I'm pretty sure I had a Rimmel bronzer. So I had the bronzer, blush, powder, and this. And they were like my OGs. As well as the foundation as well. But yeah, this was my first concealer. And it is a stick concealer. As you can tell, I don't know why I still own it, but it's in my collection. It's on my spreadsheet to be used. This is my current concealer that I'm working on from Collection Perfection. This is in my Project 50 and I love it, and I love it so much that I do have a secondary one to use. As soon as this one's finished, I can use this one. This is, yeah, the Lasting Perfection from Collection. I like how it rhymes. This is in the shade Fair, by the way. I can tell you now because it's not rubbed off. I remember I was doing my Project 50 update a couple of weeks ago and I was like, I have no idea what shade it is in because everything has rubbed off. I got it, the secondary one. I've got it. And I can tell you. Then we have this. So this is one that I don't think I've ever really used. This is So Susan Hot Light with White Truffles Extract Highlighting Pencil. I guess it should be in the highlighters, but this is in my concealers anyway, for some reason. Never used it. Oh, this is another eyeliner that escaped and was with all the concealers. This is an Ico Skinny Liquid Eyeliner. This is probably going to happen a little bit more. Oh, this is one of my favourites as well. This is my Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. Absolutely love this. This is in the shade Fair. We also have, ooh, We should have 2 of these. Or should we have 2 of these? Or did I finish one of them and throw it away? But this, anyway, either way, this is a matchsticks from Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Linen. I did have 2 of these, but I must have finished it. I think I might have finished it as part of my Project 50. I can't quite remember now, but anyway, this is another one of those. We have e.l.f. This has got highlighter and concealer in it. That's one of these. We have, this is I think from Rimmel. This is Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer with Goji Berry and Hello Sil in the shade Ivory. And then finally we have a Conceal It Crayon pencil, which to be honest I have barely used. And those are my concealers. I have just found this as well. This is another eyeliner. I think this one's a white one. Well, I don't think, I know it is a white one. It is in the shade Silhouette and it's from Lord & Berry. I caught this before I put this away. Now, what drawer should this go into? I think because it's my least used, I might put it at the bottom. My least used categories. Next section is going to be all of my lip salves. I've got some OGs, which are my Vaselines. I've had these for years. I actually lost them for a while, which is very funny. Like I lost this one for a long time, couldn't find it, and then randomly found it again. It's been through it. This is the aloe vera version, I guess. I don't know. It's just one of my faves. You can see it's been through it. It's been through the washing machine a few times as well. But it still works. It still works. It's been with me in several different countries, and I've probably owned this for over 15 years. I think I got this when I was at university. So there is that. Then we also have this one. This one is the Rose and Almond Oil version. Not as used as much, but I did like wearing this when I was in the office. I used to have this on my desk in my office. In the office when I worked in an office rather than at home. I just like wearing this throughout the day because it has a bit of a tint to it and I thought it was just nice to wear. So yeah, this is what I used to wear. Then since I've been working from home, I have been working on other things, so I haven't really been using it. Such as this. This is the lip product that's currently in my Project 50. It's my Burt's Bees one, the one that's like nearly finished but not quite. There's that one. We have 2 Glossier lip salves. This is the mintbalm.com, rosebalm.com. They say you can use them not just for your lips, you can use them on cuticles and elbows, anywhere really, but I just use them on my lips. But those are the 2. I have 2 of these because when I went to Silverstone a few years ago, well, every time I go to Silverstone with a certain friend, they give like care packages to us lot, and each year she seems to provide these for us, which are really good. These are really amazing for your lips, to be honest, so I do approve of them. But I now have 2 of them, one that's open, one that's clearly not open. We have a classic like Tesco lip salve. This is also a millennia old, so old, and the packaging is quite clearly falling off. We have this, which has, I don't know why this has like faded so much. I have no idea where I put it for it to be fading this much, but this is, yeah, completely different color to what it should be, and I can't quite remember if this was like in my childhood home or if it was here. Like I don't know how or when that happened, but this is a lip salve, of course. This is in or from My Little Paris. No, it's from My Little Beauty, which was like a beauty box, and it's called Make a Wish. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why the packaging has gone ombre. It was like pale white. We also have a Dr. Pawpaw one as well. This is a multi-purpose soothing balm with natural pawpaw. I have no idea what pawpaw is, and this also can be used elsewhere, much like the Glossier ones. It says you can use this for irritated skin, lips, nails, cuticles, cracked skin, and yeah. We have this, which is an Arrow Boost Colour Enhancing Lip Balm. Oh, I remember this one. This one changed colour. It actually looks quite gross now. I seem to remember it, like it didn't look this colour in the packaging when I last looked at it. Like it used to be more like a lip salve colour. And then when you put it onto your lips, it changed to a darker shade to match with like your lips. It was weird. Anyway, I completely forgot I owned this. We have this. This is my Nuxe Ultra Nourishing Lip Balm, which looks like this. This was in a project for a while, I feel like a few years ago. We also have a Boots, just generic Boots lip salve. I love my generic lip salves, quite clearly. We also have a Labello original lip salve. I don't know why I own so many lip salves, guys. We have a lip tar primer test tube. Why have I got a test tube? Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. Okay. Do that as you will. We also have, oh, this was weird. This still smells weird, actually. This is a Superfruits Naked Lips lip salve. It had like blueberry, acai, goji, bagpap, and pomegranate. It smells weird, and you know how like lip salves, when they smell weird, you can also taste it. And it just wasn't a favourite of mine. We have this. This is a Pixie by Petra Shea Butter Lip Balm. This is also in a project quite recently, I feel like. But this one's more of a coloured one. And then finally, this is actually very relatively new. Well, it's less than a year old, I would say. When I was in Bulgaria in May 2025, I bought this. This is a lip balm that is with the Rose of Bulgaria. And those are my current lip balms. Next up, we're going to talk through my eyeshadows. I'm going to talk through my palettes first. And I'm going to also narrow it down to firstly talking through the items that are in my different projects. And then I'll continue on with all the palettes that are in my collection just in general. Just because I want to not mess up the piles I have in my general like makeup project pan projects. And then after I've done the palettes, I'll then go through the singles, I'll go through the pencils and duos and things like that. So let's get into it. There's a lot. So these are eyeshadows I use every single day. Actually, no, one of them's not, but we'll get to that. Firstly, we have my Per Soiree Diaries palette. This is in my palette. My MUA Makeup Academy eyeshadow palette in Undressed. This is in my pan and everything. Toothpaste chocolate bar. I won't always call this hot chocolate, I don't know why. This is in a what is this in? This is in my use every eyeshadow challenge that I do an update with every July. There was a fourth one in here, but it's not technically one that is in a project. This is just every day I choose a different eyeshadow palette to work on, and this is the one that I'm going to be working on next time I wear makeup. So that's why it's in that pile, because it's just one that always revolves around. It makes no sense to anyone but me. That's okay. That's okay. The eyeshadows that are in my main project pan, Technically, one of them is not in the same pile because it has got 2 projects going on at the moment, but I'm allowing that because it's a project that I'm not posting online. So we only have 4 in this pile. There are 5 in the project though. So we have my Flawless palette from Revolution, the Ultra Professional eyeshadow. Looks like this. We have a Unique palette. Looks like this. We have my Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. And we have my Pop Beauty Bright Up Your Life eyeshadow trio in Champagne Mocha. On from that, we also do have this eyeshadow palette, Mercury Retrograde Huda Beauty palette. This is in 2 projects. One of them is obviously Project Pan. Another one is a Level Up Project Pan, which I'm doing completely offline. I've been doing this project for about 2 years, I think. I think it's been 2 years. And I'm on level 4 with that one. And then this eyeshadow palette is the Colour Institute. This is the very first eyeshadow palette I ever bought. Still in existence, still works, and still don't have any issues wearing this eyeshadow palette. This is in my deck of panning at the moment. Then we have these 2 bad boys, which are in my Project 50. So we've got my MUA Emotions, and then we have my Sleek Au Naturel palette. Those are all the eyeshadows that are currently in projects. So let's get into the other eyeshadows I have. We have a secondary Colour Institute palette. There were originally 3. I think the 3rd one, if I remember serves me correctly, was very blue vibed, and I hated wearing blues because I had blue eyes. I had blue eyes. I hated wearing blue eyeshadows at that point, and I just never reached for it. So I remember even before I moved to this house, like I think even before I even started collecting everything, like putting it on my spreadsheet. I made my spreadsheet in 2014. I don't remember ever being on there, and so I think I must have thrown it out probably before university. So I want to say like 2010, 2011ish. I think I threw the blue one out. We have an Oh So Party Eyes by Next. Looks like this. We have a trio. This is from Bourjois. It's got a little... We have this little trio. It is the Beauty Crop Love You So Latte little trio. You can tell how old things are because of how they break. We have my Naked Urban Decay palette. Naked 2 palette. So this MUA Poptastic palette. Shows it on the tin. We have a little trio. This is a Peach Parfait Bright Up Your Life eyeshadow trio from Pop Beauty. We have, okay, so you know how we had this eyeshadow palette? It's got its sister, its twin sister in Flawless Matte. So this is the same palette but in matte. It's not actually the same palette. Like there's different shades definitely. They aren't exactly the same is what I'm trying to say. Even though it's, we have 2 Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. We've got Modern Renaissance and we've got Novena. Love these palettes. I truly do love these palettes. They're very unique in that they've got like the suede packaging. I love that for them. I don't think they've aged very well though because they do get quite dirty, so it's not really something very realistic to be putting on your packaging, and I hope that they don't do that anymore. We have my Maybelline The Blush Nudes palette. This was actually sent to me from one of my friends in America, and I still use it. Yes, I do. They gave me like a care package. I have no idea why they sent me it, but they sent me like a massive box of like treats and things, and this was in it. Anyway, this is the palette that I still use and abuse. We have Fleur de Force little quartet. We have a Benefit world famous neutrals palette. It's got 2 like cream eyeshadows and then 4 powders. We have my big ass Lorac palette. This has got 2 palettes in here and it's huge. I hate working on this, but equally I want to get rid of more colours in here. I have so far finished 1 eyeshadow in this entire 2 packages. We have my Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, I think. Yes, BH Cosmetics. This one is very out there for me as well. This is the one that's got bright colours. I don't really try and use this very often. We have 2 Controversy palettes by the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star collab. They're different because people wanted the green. So the green was added later on and re-released. So this was the OG and then that was the re-released version. So I've got both of them. Have to admit, don't use any of the shades on here apart from the green, to be honest, because I already own them in here. Then once these eyeshadows are finished, then I'll use those. We also have the main Conspiracy palette from the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star collab, which looks like this. I'm trying to go through this so fast because I know this video is going to be such a long video. We have my NARS Skin Deep palette. This was my Pan That palette last time around, and this is what it's looking like right now. Tartlet in Bloom. But this is from Tarte, most obviously. One of my faves, but at least used, I guess. It is another neutral shaded eyeshadow palette. Can you tell how many different eyeshadow palettes I've got that are neutral shaded? I just love them so much. We have this. This is my Too Faced Gingerbread palette. I actually love this palette. This was very recently, up until this week actually. The previous project Level Up palette where I had to try and pan 3 eyeshadows. Took freaking forever. It took me 2 years, but I did it. Finally did it. And then finally we have my Friends palette, which is the newest one. Looks like this. I got this. It says I added it. Oh, October 2024. There we go. There we go. And those are all of my palettes. So, you know, I thought I had finished my eyeshadows. Actually, I have not. I've got 3 more left to go. So, we have my Naked Urban Decay Heat palette. This one. We have my Beauty Bay Sunset Horizons, which looks like this. This is also very out of my comfort zone, but we've got some good pans in here, which is good. And finally, we have this one, which is my Cremated palette. And this is the one that's very grey based. Now we have completed all of the palettes in my collection. Now we have got all of the eyeshadows in this drawer. And this is what we've got left to go through. We have all of my singles and we have all of my lip products to go through. But I need to go food shopping. So I'm gonna have a pause right now and I'll be back. Okay, let's now get on to my 3 final categories actually. Fun fact, okay, obviously, elephant in the room, it's a different day. I ran out of time to finish filming this and then I was away for a weekend and now I'm here. So this is 2 weeks after I filmed the previous footage. But we have still got 3 categories left to get through, so let's get into it. You all wanted it in one video. This is what we're gonna get. So We're gonna do eyeshadows next. And then we're gonna continue doing eyeshadows, I should say. So, also, yes, this has been on my floor for like the last 2 weeks. Okay, so these aren't going to be in any order, only because I haven't got my spreadsheet to hand. And I'm going to try and categorize them by brand. Firstly, we're going to go through this. So this is clearly not an eyeshadow palette or single. But, you know my massive Le Roc palette that's got 120 eyeshadows in it? 2 of those eyeshadows broke. And I basically collated them into one into here, so that is what is in here. That's the only reason why I've kept this. This has been empty for like 3 years, but I've had that eyeshadow in here pretty much since then too. So I have these 2 singles. These are my what are they called, Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour like cream eyeshadows. They are in the shade Eternal Gold and in the shade On and On Bronze. These are really, really old now, I must admit. These have seen a lot in my lifetime. I have had these for quite a while. As always, I have said I've gone through the whole process of like, if they still don't give my eyes any reaction, they don't smell, they don't look moldy, I'm going to continue using them. These still work fine. So they are maybe a little bit drying now. They used to be a lot more, you know, creamier, but they're still usable. Just all the MACs. Yeah, so I have 4 MAC singles, at least in this range, from what I can see. Yes. So we have got the shade Sin. We have the shade called Satin Taupe. Love this one actually. It's a nice shade. I think I used it for like my eyebrows for a period. So I'm not wearing makeup today. We have got Shroom. And then we have this shade which is called LOL or LOL. And I do like that shade actually. That's a nice one. So yeah, got those are my 4 MAC solos. We have quite a few NYX singles as well. So the first range are these singles. These are, okay, this is in the shade, I should say, called Girl Talk. Looks like this. I like this shade actually. It's a nice like highlighting shade. We have Fireball, which is this lovely orange shade. And then we have the shade that I'm scared to open, but it is in the shade Liquid Gold, but it is, as you can see, probably, maybe you can't tell, but it has completely cracked and like broken inside. Yeah, look, it's like in 4 pieces. So there we go. The other NYX singles I own, so several years ago I had a advent calendar, and it had eyeshadows and it also had lip product, like lipstick, lip creams I should say. So they're coming, they're going to be in the next section, but these are the singles I own. So I have, there should be 12 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. Ah, found it. 12. So we have 12 singles here. And I think the one that's got the most usage in it has got to be, oh, where is it? It's the one that I hit pan on. This is my least favourite one, the black. But which one is it called? I think it's called Can. Let me just try and find. They're all the names of cities. Can, there we go. Yeah, this one. This one's the one I've got the most usage out of in here. We have some ColourPop shades as well. So we have this shade, which is called Cornelius. We have this shade, which is called Girly. We have Cheeky, and we have Desert. So these two things came together. This is a Steeler, like, liquid. Look, this is like a Steeler glitter. Looks like this. And then you use this to like help stick it on. And that is the only reason why I own this little pot. It's literally just to help that stick. We have two pencil like crayons. They've got put by Lock. This is in the shade Perfect Sense. And then this one is called Rocksteady, which is a darker brown shade. So I've got these two here. We have Tom Ford Solo. This is a purple shade. This is Burberry, I should say, in the shade Gold Copper Eye Colour Cream. Looks like this. CYO, this orange CYO. I really want to roll this one into a project just because of the pattern on it and like try and get this down. Not only has it got a pattern on it, but it's also obviously, you know, not all the same height, and we want to work on that at some point in the future. We have a duo pen thingy. This is by Max Factor Smoky Eye Effect. This is also, I think, along with these two, some of my oldest eye products. Still doing okay with this one as well. This one still also doesn't have any issues with me. I forgot about this one. This is Pancake. This is like an eye cream. I tend to actually use this as like an eye primer when I feel like it. I don't have to, like, I kind of keep it all with my eyeshadows, and it's kind of like on my eyeshadow list. So when I roll it in, that's what I use it for. And then we have three little powders. I hate powder eyeshadow, but it is what it is. So we have this shade here, which is from Mask, and it is in, I don't know what shade this is in. It doesn't have any detail of what shade it is called, but it's just like a white shimmery shade. And then we also have Mask in the shade 50 Shades, which is a grey shade. And then we also have this shade as well, which is also a grey shade by Bella Pierre in the shade Wezek, or however you want to pronounce that word, Wezek. And that, I should say, is all of my eyeshadows that I currently possess. Okay, on to my lip product. There's a lot of them. I actually just set these all out in front of me, and I have a lot more than I realised I owned now that I put them all together. So I'm firstly going to just walk through quickly my lip liners, because they are probably my least amount of lip product. So we have my NYX retractable lip liner in the shade Cocoa. I have never used this. This is unused. And then we have, this is from the Kylie Cosmetics brand. This is in the shade True Brown K. It actually goes along with this. So this is the only Kylie Cosmetics lip product I own. I think I had another one, but I think it dried up. I think I threw it away a year or two ago. I'm not too sure, but anyway, that's now gone. So yeah, these two were like stuck together. And then we have this lip liner, which is from Maybelline New York. It's the Color Sensational lip liner in the shade Intense Pink. This is currently in one of my projects that I'm working on. Then we have like these two lip products that are like creme based, I guess. So this is in my Project 50. This is my Jelly Pong Pong Paradise Pigments in Fig Jam. And then we have this one as well, which is from Tinties, and it is also a lip product. This has barely been used. So we have this selection of lippies. These are the counterpart of these. So each eyeshadow also had a lip product that was named the same thing. So we have, these are also named after cities. So we have like Addis Ababa, there we go. So this pink shade is called Addis Ababa. And then this is the eyeshadow that was also called Addis Ababa. So these two were the same name, but different product. So we currently have 10 of those. I assume over the years, as I had these quite a while, that I must have finished them. Well, obviously. So we have 10 of those left. Then we have this line, which is like a step up from the minis. They're like a little bit bigger than the minis. And I've got 4 of these. These are the Soft Matte Lip Cream. We have it in the shade, ooh, does it tell me what shade it is in? There we go. So that's the same shade but in a bigger format. Ibiza, San Juan, and we have the shade London. Actually, this is my favourite one. Then on top of that, we have these ones, which are even bigger. So we have the minis, we have like the medium size, and now we have like the grandparent, the parent, and the child, I guess. And I have 5 of these. So these are actually a little bit different in that they are the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick line. So they aren't named after cities here. So we have Amethyst, which is very rogue. We have Soft Spoken, and the shades are like the same colour as the packaging. We have Life's a Beach. We have Sandstorm. And we have Tea and Cookies. Ooh, and this one's got a broken lid. It is a NYX lingerie lip product. It's in the shade Exotic. So this is more of like a liquidy one. So the other ones are kind of like a matte, whereas this one's more liquidy. Let's go on to these ones. So we have 6 Topshop shades. These are very old school. I have 4 Jeffree Star lip products. So this one's from the Shane Dawson collab. And then these are just 3 others, I think. This is called Mannequin. This is Rose Matter, and this is I'm Nude. All right, let's go to like the pencils. I just found the other pencil that I thought I'd lost, but I hadn't. This is the other lip liner of the Kylie Cosmetics. This is in the shade Dolce K. I used to have the lipstick to go with it, but quite clearly that has seen its day. We have 2 Lord & Berry crayons here. We have the shade in Kiss, which is a very vibrant red shade, and we have Intimacy, which is more of a natural lip shade. 2 LOC shades. So we have a Lock shade. This is a red shade as well. This is in the shade Color Me Confident. And then this shade is Millie. Is with a collab with Millie McIntosh, I think, in the shade Bohemian Rose. Some other like liquidy lip products that I own. There's a selection here. So these are 2 Colourpop ones. I have no idea what like range they're in, but I know that this one is called Bumble and this one is called Instigator, but I have no other more details than that. I don't know what range they're in. We also have a Victoria's Secret colour gloss We also have a MAC liquid lipstick, retro matte liquid lipstick in Cafe Au Chic, which is the shade. We also have this red lip product, which is from Sleek. This is in the shade Red. And then we have this one, which is also from Rimmel. This is a Stay Matte liquid lip colour, and it's in the shade, I'm not too sure. It just says Rosetto Liquido. We also have this. This is a little liquid one as well. What is this? This is from Milanese in Matte Affinity Lip Rouge in the shade Paris. This is a nice little purple colour. I do like wearing this one actually. This is a classic for me. I like it like in autumn. We have like these two kind of like, I don't really know what they are. They're not like proper colours. They don't really come out full coverage. This is the Lacquer & Co Cheeky Lip in the shade Humble Brag from Clinique. It's the Chubby Stick Moisturising Lip Colour Balm. This probably should go in my lip balms rather than this, but this is in Voluptuous Violet. I might put this with my lip balms though, because I don't think this really counts as a lip product. Then we have my miscellaneous kind of like shades that are from different brands that are like my proper lipsticks. So we have Benefits Double the Lip, they're real. This double the real because there's two colours in here. So you kind of go like that. My oldest lip colour product actually in my collection. So all of my first items that you've seen in previous categories, this is also one of my first. This was actually my mum's, and I remember her giving this to me, but this was also one of the first lip products I owned. So this is a classic as well. Called Natural Collection, and it's in the shade Moisture. We have a MAC Cream Sheen in the shade Pure Zen. This is also an absolute favourite of mine. It got kind of melted in the summer, so it kind of looks a bit dodgy, but we have Barry M. This is in the shade called 153. It hasn't really got a name to it per se. These are all my favourites, I must admit. This is a Urban Decay Comfort Matte lipstick in the shade Unicorn. We've got a Le Mascara. I pronounced that incorrectly. This is in Rose Pout, also a fave of mine. Then we have my Tanya Burr Cosmetics in the shade Bear Hug, which looks like this. Not a fave, but it's nice packaging if you like it a little bit. We have a Model Co lip product in the shade Kitty. Again, very neutral coloured base. That's very common in my collection, I must admit. Then we have this. This is a must-have in like autumn. I love wearing this in the autumn. This is in the shade Black Cherry, and it is by Revlon. Love that. And then we have this. This is a Rimmel lip product with a collaboration with Kate Moss, and it's in the shade 107. I think I was like influenced to buy this. My like liquidy ones, or glosses I would say. So we have what is this? YSL? Oh yeah, YSL. This is YSL in the shade Voluptuous Sheer Candy. Wow. Yeah, Voluptuous Sheer Candy. That doesn't make any sense, but this is a nice little sheer shade. It kind of just makes your lips shiny. We have my Maybelline lip gloss. This is the Colour Sensational Cream Gloss. Doesn't have a shade name to it that I can see. We have 3 from the Glossier company. Oh, they're really small to read. I can't read them. Wait, this is Clear Transparent. This is holographic. And then this is, I'm guessing it's red, but I can't read it. We also have a Smashbox liquid lippy. No idea what name this is. I can't read the writing at the bottom. It's something long wear lip, but I can't see if there's any colour to it. We have my Fenty Beauty lip gloss. Love this actually, this is a fave. And then finally we have this is actually quite new. This is a Wet n Wild lip oil. Obviously unopened, still got the tag on there. Not tried that yet, so that is it. That is my lip product collection. There's a lot there. I did go through that very, very fast, but there we go. All right, we're nearly there. This is my final selection of items. It is my spares, or my duplicates, if you will. These are items that I have bought thinking that, you know, I'll finish these items ASAP and start on these, but I have not used any of these items yet, and it's been literal years. Actually, 3 of these items were accidental. I got, because I had like a beauty box that arrived and it came twice, so I somehow managed to get these items twice. I think that's actually happened to a few of these things. So firstly, we have these 3 items. These are from NARS. These are duplicates. I don't think I've got these anyway. Yeah, so this is my NARS lip product. That is a duplicate. We have my NARS Orgasm blush, which I cringe at saying, but it's a brand new one. Waiting for my current one to finish. And then we have a NARS eyeliner, which again is brand new, never touched, because I'm waiting to forever finish that eyeliner, which I probably won't ever do, but you never know. Then I have this. This is a duplicate of my blush, my Nika K New York blush. Don't know why I've got a duplicate of this. I can't quite remember why, but I do. That exists in my collection. We also have a duplicate of my Lord & Berry like crayon in the Kiss shade, and we also have 3 bronzers. So we have a Hoola, like the normal darker Hoola shade, little mini version, and then for some reason I have 2 Hoola Light singles, and I'm not touching these 2 until, or these 3, until I finish my current items. So these are just sat in here for a while. And then finally, because I got my original like sleek palette very early on in my collection, I thought I was going to get through it much faster, and so I have a duplicate of this as well. I am very close to finishing an eyeshadow in that, and so I do think I will be bringing this one out to play quite soon. But look at it, this is it, like brand new, not touched, and like that's the shade I'm nearly finishing with in my current eyeshadow. So anyway, I got that as a secondary one just because it's one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes, and I think I was scared like I would lose it, or it would be out, it would go out of stock, or go out of it would be retired, or the brand would fizzle out or whatever, and so I kind of jumped on that and picked it up. And there we go. That is my entire makeup collection. That is every single item I own, in every category. So I hope you enjoyed and saw how extensive my collection is that I have been picking up. I think you'll be surprised. I feel like it's not like the biggest collection, but for me, I feel like it's quite big. And I haven't bought anything new relatively recently. Like the only things I really buy these days are like primers or like foundations or like powder foundations. All my other categories are quite full, so I haven't really been buying anything else. I think the last thing I bought was probably in 2024. Oh, and mascaras as well. They're things I buy. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video and my entire collection, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.